never seen something quite like it. And when we play, we don't stop fighting. Won't see it coming fast like lightning. We'll save the day, they can't deny it. Higher, higher, we're about to set this game on fire, fire. They can't bring us down. We're that whole new type of hero, hero. We gon' win whatever we go. Explosions in the sky, bending space and time. We're that whole new type of hero, hero.
Shalom, Israel. What's good, y'all? Today is the very first, and I mean first, video that our YouTube channel is gonna be putting out off TUSK Studios, bro. Now I know to some that doesn't seem like a big milestone. Some have already made videos online on like TikTok or stuff, but this is our very first video. This is a big milestone for us. And for our very first video, we're going to be talking about an AU that me and my sister decided to make together. Now this AU is a Sonic AU called Sonic Burnout. It's a recreation of the entire Sonic series, from the games to even some of the comic books from Archie, all mixed together into something that we view to be better than the original to some extent. I'm your host Atlas, and this is part 1 of the AU Sonic Burnout. This part will be focusing on the BS saga before Sonic, and the other 2 will be on during Sonic and after Sonic. And with that, let's get started. The story begins with an alternate version of Earth in the year 2040, where an alien race known as the Zorgons sent 5 of their smartest ambassadors to Earth to make peace treaties. Now sadly, these ambassadors were unlucky enough to land into the heart of the US, around where modern New York is. And if you've watched any Hollywood film, and I mean any, on how an alien invasion and humans' reaction to said alien invasion would go, you probably already know how they treated these Zorgons. Yeah, they robbed their ship, took the technology that was supposed to be a gift to humanity in the first place, and experimented on the alien species ambassadors until they died of the torment that they were put through. Also, fun fact about the Zorgon, or really not a really fun fact, is that they have a hive mind. Yeah, so that means if you hurt or kill one Zorgon, all the other Zorgon will sense this death and sense where it generally came from. So to sum it all up, the US just screwed over the Earth, tortured a bunch of innocent Zorgon, and now the Zorgon are pissed at the entire planet. Yeah, hi, United States of America? I believe this belongs to you. So out of fury, as they rightfully should in this sense, they decided to tell Earth, through the communicator on the ship, that they had 10 years left to live. So yeah, the US basically put every single human life on a t-shirt that stretches beyond time, because yeah, the Zorgon are going to come to Earth in, as they said, 10 years, and yeah, spin the block. All hope was basically lost until a scientist decided to give off a really great idea. And that's to use the Zorgon technology to build domes to keep most of humanity alive. Would be able to save everybody? No. But at least humanity won't go extinct. So, with this plan in mind, humanity started making domes all across the globe. A couple proxy wars here over who went in the domes, some control issues over who owned or controlled the domes later, and we had about 6 functional domes all across the main continents by the time that the aliens had destroyed most of the solar system and had finally reached Earth. And for about 1 month, the alien race pike bombed the absolute dog water out of Earth, turning every single life form that was still on the planet into primordial sludge. Yeah, there was basically nothing left of humanity or any of the species that lived on Earth. So, feeling fulfilled about their revenge, the Zorgon left. They thought that all humans were dead, and they couldn't sense any life due to the domes, which apparently worked. Yeah, humanity lived, but they couldn't exit the domes to go out to the outside world because of the bike bombing. So yeah, Earth was basically an unlivable mess for like years, until a special little rock came to Earth and crashed on one island, turning said island into the floating island known as Angel Island. That's right, baby, I'm talking about the Master Emerald. With said Master Emerald in play, the primordial sludge started to become creatures. Some that looked like monsters or boss monsters from Monster Hunter, and others that became more known to some game players. That being Mobians. With the Master Emerald in play, the evolutionary process of these Mobians, as we now know them, considering that they call the planet Mobius, accelerated to a great degree. They start building nations and even start getting to modern day human levels of technology very quickly. The Master Emerald also emitted a larger atmospheric shield across the planet, meaning that larger animals can also exist, whilst also fueling Mobian physical evolution, not just mental. So now they're far stronger, faster, and smarter than humans. But you know humanity. They decide that it would be a good idea, well, some humans actually. Some decide to live peacefully with Mobians, but the others decide that it would be a good idea to have wars with the Mobians in order to take their lands and reclaim Earth. Thus, the start of the Great Mobian War, and humanity lost it. Yeah, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, humanity lost it. Why did they lose it, you ask? Well, Mobians were physically stronger, smarter, and oh yeah, the Sword of Acorns. Yeah, apparently objects can also be imbued with chaos energy, so humanity had no chance of actually winning this war. And what was to be the fate of the humans who miserably lost to the Mobians? To be exiled back into the domes from whence they came. After the war was over, two very important events happened in both Mobian and human society. For the humans, it was the Colony Arc project. The Colony Arc was a project funded and created by GUN, the organization made by humans who tried to take over Earth but failed, in order to try and see if they could claim a new planet, considering that Mobius is, well, done. They gave up, they decided they can't have this planet, they'll try and find another. Hence, they put one of their most brilliant minds at the time in charge of the project, aka Gerald Robotnik. Now, Gerald obviously was helping GUN, don't get that twisted, but he had a secondary motive to his plan. He also wanted to cure his daughter, Maria, who was very sick. In both quests, he sadly failed. Although he discovered the Wisp species, none of their planets are inhabitable to humans. Dejected, he made his sad trip back to Earth. This, of course, is when he meets the alien creature known as Doom. Now Doom, being the schemer he is, decided to make a deal with Gerald. He said, hey, I'll help you find a cure for your daughter if you built me a biologically super weapon that could go through Earth's atmosphere without being pushed out by the Chaos Emerald. Now Gerald loved his daughter more than anything, including humanity and Mobian society apparently, so he decided, yeah, screw it, sure. So Gerald created Shadow, the ultimate life form, and Doom healed Maria of her uncurable disease. And all was going well, considering the fact that Gerald was keeping this secret from all his team. All he had to do was get back to Earth and everything would be hunky-dory. He would have kept his end of the deal. Of course, he underestimated the intelligence of GUN, because they put spy cameras in every single room of the building. So yeah, they heard about Gerald's plan to bring Shadow to a planet to take it over, and open the way for Doom to grab the Master Emerald and dip. So they decide, you know what? Gerald sucks, let's execute him. So they sent a couple soldiers, gun soldiers, to the colony Ark to go capture Gerald, and as well as any scientist that seemed to be on his side. They were also ordered to capture Shadow, but they failed in this endeavor originally and ended up killing Maria. Shadow's escape pod was later intercepted and he was put on ice in a cryotube until they could reprogram him to fight for human side. I mean, come on, this is GUN. This is the organization that wants to take over Earth. If there's a bioweapon that literally has the power to be able to beat all other Mobians, then why destroy it? Why destroy it? And as for Mobians, chaos happened. And by chaos, I mean the gigantic water tentacle monster that destroyed all of Echidna's society on Angel Island. Now remember, on Angel Island, the Echidna race didn't get wiped out, only most of them that were on Angel Island. Because you see, those that were on Angel Island decided to make the very, very dumb decision of pissing off the Chow. Yes, the water babies, I know. You look at them and you go like, what's so threatening about them? Yeah, well, try to kill a bunch of them in front of the Master Emerald and you see what happened. You see what happened. So yeah, most of the survivors of the Chaos Incident decided nope and left the island, and those that stayed were small members of the Knuckles clans that either couldn't survive the journey off the island or didn't want to leave in the first place. Those that couldn't survive the journey off the island slowly died out because they were just elderly. And those that wanted to stay to protect the Master Emerald to make sure that an instance like the last one never happened pushed home the idea of a guardian. Ultimately, the last bit of Echidna that were on the island also die out, but not before passing on the last lineage of guardianship onto Knuckles. But like I said, this is before Sonic, so no Sonic-based characters will be talked about. Now, I would generally be done with this section, but for context's sake, I'll start talking more on the Kingdom of Soliana. Now, in this series, Sonic Burnout, the Kingdom of Soliana is sort of a replacement for the Kingdom of Acorn. And if you don't know what the Kingdom of Soliana is, it's the kingdom that Elise from Sonic 06 came from. That's right, baby. I am continuing with the concept that a previous artist, by the way, shout out to them, did about making Sally as Elise. So the Kingdom of Soliana had two symbiotic creatures of unimaginable power come to their planet. Their names, Iblis and Nephilis, as they were later called after the incident. Now these two creatures are the epiphany of Black Air Force energy. They came and want the smoke immediately. Thankfully, the Kingdom of Soliana was smart enough to make a deal with the humans that didn't decide to kill them, and they were both able to figure out a way to seal away these creatures into certain objects. Soliana kept Iblis in a necklace that only the members of Acorn can access. The humans kept Nephilis in a little cylinder that they kept in high security, locked up in a vault. Due to the incident, Soliana changed a little bit of its laws and made a new position for the Soliana family line. This position was the priestess, and this title was given to the eldest daughter of the king of Soliana, and their job was basically to make sure to become a vessel for Iblis, to make sure they didn't destroy the world. Think of it as like the position of being a Jinchuriki for any of the tail beasts in Naruto. And yes, this role was just as unfun as it sounded. With most of the kingdom practically against you because they don't want to be too close to you, in fear of the demon inside you that killed them, not to mention the demon constantly telling you how worthless you are and trying to mentally break you. Yeah, being a priestess sucked. Thankfully, Sally's life wasn't too terrible because she had a best friend who was able to make things a little better for her and able to show her the funner things in life. Enter Sonic the Hedgehog. And there you have it, the Before Sonic saga in all its heavenly glory. I hope you liked it, as bad as the audio may be, because the During Sonic saga is up next. Again, Thanks again for watching our video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you can't wait for some more of our sweet content, hit us up at Wattpad, where I posted some of our artwork, as well as the prototype storyline of Sonic Burnout, as well as my personal series, Black Galaxy. Again, my name is Atlas, and I can't wait to see you warlords and princesses in the next video. Kwam Yasha.